All right, we're here. Let me turn down my music here. Hold on. Turn down. There we are. Man, just got some news. You all know I don't just do off the cuff news here. I hate to say it, but it's not good news. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be excited about the TCG Live, basically the new version of you know Pokemon Online. It's a new version. There are some good things about it. The game itself looks nice. There are some very significant drawbacks, though, that I don't think a lot of people are seeing, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Twelpair, our buddy down in Australia, brought this to my attention because I was actually working. I was filling orders and stuff, and I honestly wasn't going to do a stream today, but she brought this to my attention, and I'm like, dude, we need to talk about this. So she's probably asleep. Poor girl. It's like midnight over where she is. But still, thank her for bringing this to my attention. We're gonna go over this, and you'll start to see very quickly why some of this information is going to anger a lot of people. So yeah, we're just gonna go through the sunset information line by line. Here we go. The Pokemon Trading Card game online app will be removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com shortly, prior to the launch of Pokemon TCG Live, which will be coming soon to trainers around the world on iOS and Android devices, as well as PCs and Macs. Good news. Existing Pokemon TCG Online players will be able to easily transfer their account and game data to Pokemon TCG Live upon its release. Additional information, including exact timing and the account migration process, will be shared soon via the Pokemon Support website. That in itself seems like a good thing. We're going to keep reading, though. Pokemon TCG Online is Sunset FAQ. When will Pokemon TCG Online be sunsetted? The Pokemon TCG Online app will be removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com, and game service will be shut down shortly prior to the launch of Pokemon TCG Live, which will be coming soon to trainers around the world on iOS and Android devices, as well as PCs Max. We'll have more details, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know about that. So we don't have an exact date when this is going to happen. They just keep saying soon. Okay. The Pokemon TCG Online will remain active during the testing period for Pokemon TCG Live. Players will be able to participate in the Pokemon TCG Live mobile soft launch in Canada, as well as the global open beta for PCs and Macs later this year. Again, we don't have a date on that. This is where things start getting very, very questionable. This is what we all have to worry about. Will I still be able to play the Pokemon TCG Online before the sunset date? Fans will continue to have full access to the Pokemon TCG Online until the app is removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com. We will have more details to share on the exact timing. Again, they're not giving us timing. How do I transfer? This is the big ones here, the next couple. How do I transfer my Pokemon TCG Online account to Pokemon TCG Live? The Pokemon TCG Online and Pokemon TCG Live both use the same Pokemon Trainer Club account service for login. Good. When logging into Pokemon TCG Live for the first time, any Pokemon TCG Online collection data associated with that Pokemon Trainer Club account will be automatically transferred to the Pokemon TCG Live. That sounds good, but wait. During the mobile and PC Mac testing period, players who migrate their Pokemon TCG Online data to Pokemon Live will no longer be able to log in to the Pokemon TCG Online. We will provide more details on this process in the future. Is everything from my Pokemon TCG Online account transferable? What about my cards? Players will be able to transfer the following content from their TCG Online account to Pokemon TCG Live. Cards. Listen here, guys, this gets ugly. Pokemon TCG cards from the Sword and Shield series, as well as select Sun and Moon expansions from Sun and Moon Lost Thunder through Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse, are transferable and playable in Pokemon TCG Live at launch. Cards from other Sun and Moon series expansions, from Sun and Moon through Dragon Majesty, as well as the XY series and the Black and White series, are transferable at launch, but will not be playable until future Pokemon TCG Live game updates. Okay. Players will be able to transfer up to 4 copies of a unique Pokemon TCG card, 1 copy of Ace Spec or Prism Star cards 1 copy of each part of Pokemon V Union cards, and 59 copies of basic energies. Additional copies beyond these limits will not be transferred. That's rough. Now, most people would say, well, you don't really need more than 4 copies of a card. In a lot of cases, it's true, but for people who like to play the market and who will generally have multiple copies of a particular card, just to give you an idea, like right now, I have 8 copies of Bolton V. According to this, only 4 of my copies will be transferable. Basically, my other 4 that I have, they're just going to be evaporated. They're gone. Yeah. So that's what that means. Moving on to accessories. Accessories. Mini coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes are transferable with a maximum of 1 copy per item. Additional copies of coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes will not be transferred. So, again, yeah, this is not good. I don't have too many sleeves or deck boxes that I have multiple copies of, and even then I generally trade them. You guys know, if I have at least my single copy, I'm fine with that, and I trade the others. The coins, again, same thing. I've got dozens of particular coins. According to this, if I don't distribute those extra coins and card sleeves and stuff, again, vapor. They're going away. Here is one thing that I know our buddy Wooker is going to be very, very upset with. And I feel him. I really do. This is the big one for him. Pokemon TCG Online players, I'm right here if you're actually looking. Pokemon TCG Online players will not be able to transfer the following content to Pokemon TCG Live. Pokemon TCG cards from the Heart Gold, Soul, Silver series. None of that is transferable. Avatar items. Avatar items I don't really care about, but you know. Unopened products and bundles. Certain coins, card sleeves, deck boxes. That, again, it doesn't specify which ones. I imagine they're probably looking at some really old stuff that they just kind of want to wipe. So, yeah. Next, in-game currency. If you've got tickets, if you've got Pokemon coins, spend them. Because if you don't, they're going away. So you need to just spend them. And again, if you do buy stuff, buy some of the newer stuff. Well, I mean, you could still buy like black and white stuff, I guess, if you wanted to. Because that it says that will eventually be playable and it will be transferable. But again, you want to stay right about 4 because any more than 4 copies of a particular card, it's going to go away. Let's see. Oh my god. Friends list. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Friends list. I have so many people on my friends list. And I deal with them all the time, which is fine. I do trades with them. We do matches every now and then. And of course, when I do the streams, yeah, that is going to be a massive pain in the butt. So friends list is not going to transfer over. Here's another one. Saved deck lists. While deck lists do not automatically transfer, players can export the text of their deck's list and save it locally, and then copy that text into the deck editor in Pokemon TCG Live. However, please note that this process must be completed before players begin migrating from the Pokemon TCG Online to Pokemon TCG Live. So they don't even have a system in place to automatically do that for you. They're going to put that on us. So any decks, any currently built decks that you have right now, you can export them as text files. And then when live goes, live, then you can re-import it and it will build the deck for you based on those same cards. Do you want a free dowsing machine? I had a feeling you were gonna show up and be like, dude, do you want some of this stuff, man? I will totally take a free dowsing machine. Is it from Black and White and On? Here we go. Let's see some other stuff here. Well, again, this is more bad news, guys. While unopened products and bundles are not transferable, players will receive a number of crystals. I guess that's a new thing they're doing in Pokemon TCG Live that is proportionate to the number of their unopened items. Crystals can be redeemed for booster packs, promo cards, and special bundles in the Pokemon TCG Live in-game shop. It's from Plasma Storm. Awesome. I will totally take that, Wooker. I'll have just the one copy. So there we go. Let's see. Let me see. 1 to 9 unopened items in the Pokemon TCG Online equals 250 crystals awarded in Pokemon TCG Live. 10 to 24 unopened items, 550 crystals, and then it just kind of goes down the crystal list there. Okay. During the mobile and PC Mac testing periods, players who do not want to have their unopened products or bundles converted to crystals should open those items in Pokemon TCG Online before logging into TCG Live for the first time. Otherwise, they're going to get vaporized. What about expansions like Detective Pikachu and Celebrations? This is fine. Pokemon TCG cards from the Detective Pikachu expansion are transferable and playable in Pokemon TCG Live at launch. The Celebrations expansion is also transferable and playable at launch, with the exception of cards from the Classic Collection within the Celebrations expansion, which are transferable at launch but will not be playable until future Pokemon TCG Live game updates. What about cards from McDonald's Happy Meal Promotion? Pokemon TCG cards from the McDonald's Happy Meal Promotion are not transferable to Pokemon TCG Live, as they are not available in Pokemon TCG Online, which makes perfect sense. Let's see here. Will the Pokemon TCG Online game code cards that are included in physical Pokemon TCG products work in Pokemon TCG Live? Pokemon TCG Online code cards and Pokemon TCG products will be compatible with Pokemon TCG Live. Good, although code cards from some products may unlock different items in TCG Live than they do in TCG Online. So that tells me that it looks like a lot of the codes that we have are still going to be fine. Like if you've not redeemed the codes, it should be fine. But it may not necessarily open up exactly what you think it's going to. So that's going to be weird. I bet that has to do mostly with promo cards and blister pack cards. I bet that's what that's for. Why did you decide to sunset the Pokemon TCG Online and develop Pokemon Live? Oh, well, that's pretty easy. We're always working to innovate Pokemon TCG and provide the best possible experience for fans who want more ways to play outside the tabletop version of the game. As the Pokemon TCG Online game launched over 10 years ago, Pokemon TCG Live not only provides an opportunity to update the game and underlying technology, but engage more fans by offering an easily accessible app on smartphones, tablets, PCs, and Macs. Pokemon TCG Live also comes with a suite of improvements, including a new card logic engine that provides more player feedback and gameplay events, as well as ranked ladder, battle pass. Oh my god. Sorry, let me keep reading. Ranked ladder, battle pass. Oh, I'm sorry. The duplicate card protection with credits, 3D avatars, updated visual effects, and more fluid gameplay. There you have it, man. There's the big thing that I was worried about. Right here. Battle Pass. They're going to want you to start spending real money. I mean, you have been spending real money, you know, to a certain extent, but now they're really... Because like an MTG Arena, for those who don't play Magic the Gathering, I dabble in MTG Arena. I wouldn't say that I'm a big hardcore player, but I do dabble in it. They have a battle pass system, and the way it sets is that whenever you go from one level to the next, you get a little gift, a little something. But if you pay for the battle pass, of course, the gifts are much more lucrative. Yeah, they... And this makes even more sense. This whole paragraph makes a ton more sense when you pair it with what I read previously. Yeah. The reason that they're not like here, let me read this again. Let me see, where was I? Pokemon TCG Live also comes with a suite of improvements, including a new card logic engine that provides more player feedback around gameplay events, as well as ranked ladder, battle pass, duplicate card protection with credits. That right there, this is the absolute number one reason why they will not let you transfer more than 4 copies of a card. Think of it, Wooker. I know we have the little Cricketoon meme between you and I when you traded me like 70 Cricketoons, but that's the reason why they will not let you transfer more than 4. Because again, if I transferred my 70-something Cricketoons, I would get credits for all the other ones over 4. And they don't want people to start with a glut of credits. They want people to immediately start spending money. That's shady. That's really shady, man. I do not like that at all. That's why they're making you... That's why they're basically vaporizing all those cards. That's... Wow. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. 3D avatars, updated visual effects, and more fluid gameplay. But yeah. Yeah, people with super rare quick balls are going crazy. Pretty much any high value card, I can immediately see the values dipping big time. Because now it's not a matter of, well, I've got 10, like you were saying, 10 super rare quick balls or whatever, or secret rare quick balls. I can just hold them and let the value keep going up. Nope, not anymore. You better start trading them because they're going to go away if you don't. You suggest getting 125 of any cheap pack for the crystals? That could be it. Yeah, I've got those 15 evolutions packs. Let's see. Where else were we? Why are you sunsetting the Pokemon TCG Online before the launch of Pokemon TCG Live? This is worrying to me too. Because basically there's going to be a time period where we have no Pokemon Online. There could be, and it doesn't give a particular set of times. It just says that they're going to sunset it. In fact, based on this data, hold on, let me read this real quick. The Pokemon TCG Online will be sunsetted prior to the launch of Pokemon TCG Live so that saved content in players' Pokemon TCG Online accounts can be migrated to Pokemon TCG Live, helping to ensure a more seamless transition for players. This also provides a more optimal experience by merging all fans into one app, offering a great pool of people to digitally play. Yeah. This, I think, is another big one right here, this last part. Why did you decide to discontinue working with Direwolf Digital on Pokemon TCG Live? Direwolf Digital, the developer of Pokemon TCG Online, has been an incredible and reliable partner. Yeah, that's basically them saying, yeah, we don't want to work with these people anymore. We want to do it all in-house. But I'll read it anyway. Reliable partner to help us deliver a digital Pokemon TCG experience to trainers. And they will continue to support the code cards found in Pokemon TCG products. We're always working to innovate the Pokemon TCG, and with Pokemon TCG Online app launching over 10 years ago, it made sense to update the game and bring that work in-house, as I just said, to help ensure a seamless and holistic Pokemon TCG ecosystem for fans. Yeah, they wanted to bring it in-house. If you want a link to read this, here, I'll actually throw it into the chat here for you. This is what I'm reading. This is from the official Pokemon support page. This is not somebody who just wrote an article. This is official from Pokemon. So, yeah, this sucks. I'm not gonna lie. And also, one other thing I was going to mention is that they're sunsetting Pokemon TCG Online before TCG Live even launches. So there's going to be a period there where we have no access to an online game, where we don't have any access to our cards or to our accounts. And here's the thing. This is another thing that bugs me. It says here right at the beginning, the Pokemon trading card game online app will be removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com shortly prior to the launch of Pokemon TCG Live. Again, when is that going to happen? Can we get a date? I need a date. We need a date, man. We need a date. That's heartbreaking. So if you have any codes from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, either try to pawn them off on somebody who doesn't know. I mean, that's kind of shady itself, but yeah, those codes are now going to be worthless. Because you could still occasionally find those codes online. Of course, they were really expensive though, because you could get a code like that for, depending on which set from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I mean, those codes could go upwards of $10-15 for one code. Now, useless. I mean, again, you can still try and sell them and pawn them off on people, but the values are going to absolutely tank because there won't be any way to even support them. Yeah, Heart Gold, Soul Silver is gone. It will not be in TCG Live. Basically, it looks like they're going to say from black and white to current. That's going to be in TCG Live. You missed a whole lot, Aaron. Dude, this is not good. This is not good news at all. I will say this though. You guys know I've been pretty decent with distribution of cards and trading and stuff like that. And I'm usually pretty easy to trade with. I don't ask wow. You've literally spent thousands of coins on your playset of 4 RH junk arms. Wow. Yeah. Literally waste coins. And that's, again, just for those of you who are just coming in right now, the big points that I want to make here are, if you have more than 4 copies of any one card, especially a card that has some value, start trading them now. Start trading them, because when it comes time to move from TCG Online to TCG Live, any cards over 4 or any copies over 4 that you have of any particular card, they're going to get vaporized. You can only bring over 4 copies of most cards. Again, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, those will not come over at all. You're losing all those cards. And I'm kind of glad now, because I had been buying a few packs here and there of the really old stuff. But now I'm like, okay, I'm glad I didn't spend too many coins on that. Yeah, I just... all those cards are going to be gone. I feel bad for the players who have been playing for 10 years, who have a ton of the Heart Gold, Soul Silver cards. They're going to lose all that. It's like, what's the point of even having a collectible card game if when they move to a different version of the game, they're just going to nuke it all? I mean, they're not nuking everything, but they're nuking an entire expansion or an entire block, which is insane. In fact, here, let me bring up my game. I didn't even open my game. I just started streaming. I'm like, I gotta read this to you guys. This is insane. I sincerely hope they change their stance on some of this stuff. I don't think they will. But, man. Okay, okay, where's my window capture? There we are. Wow, this is bad. The melodic sleeves and deck box, those are expensive. Well, again, they say, and this is what bugs me, is that they're not saying exactly which ones will and will not be transferable. Because exactly, that's what I'm thinking, Wilker. If you have a particular set of sleeves or a deck box that we know is not going to be transferable, just get rid of it. Just trade it. Nobody's going to really give you much for it because they're going to go into the vapor. But yeah, here we go. Let's go to the shop. Okay, this is what we're talking about here. Evolving, like all the newer stuff is fine. Evolving Skies, Chilling, all the stuff from Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon. At launch, pretty much everything from, what did they say, from Lost Thunder? Yeah. At launch, anything from Sun and Moon, Lost Thunder, all the way to current is going to be playable in TCG Live when it goes live. Anything prior to that, like the earlier stuff for Sun and Moon, the XY stuff, pretty much all the XY stuff, and all the black and white stuff will be playable eventually, but not at launch. So if you happen to have any black and white XY card or XY cards, keep those. Those will be fine. The extra cards are not going to be transferable though. So again, like say for instance, if you have a whole bunch of Next Destinies cards, they up to 4 copies of each of these cards will be transferable. Anything beyond that though will not be. So if you can trade them away to anybody else, go for it. This I know this sounds bad, but at the same time, this could actually be a good thing too. And this is how I'm figuring it. Think of the people who have like a dozen copies of cards from this set. Yeah. Again, you'd think to yourself, well, I've got a dozen copies of this card from Black and White base set, and I can only transfer 4, so the extra 8 are going to get vaporized. Well, what you could do is it... Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Pear. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. So if you're... So here's the deal. If you've got like 12 cards from Black and White base set, all of the same Pokemon or all of the same trainer or whatever, obviously you can keep the 4 that are going to transfer over, but the additional 8, I would say distribute those to other people who don't have them. I would do that. I'm going to start doing the same thing. I'm going to start going through all my cards, and if I have, you know me, I don't trade generally unless I have at least 4 to myself. But if I have more than 4 copies of any particular card from Black and White all the way to current, I will obviously try to get stuff for them, but if not, I will just give them to people. So, yeah. But here's where it gets ugly for people such as Wooker, who's been playing a long time. All this stuff right here, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Unleashed, Undaunted, or I'm sorry, yeah, Undaunted, Unleashed, Triumphant, and I guess Call of Legends too, because that was before Black and White. These 5 sets, none of the cards from these sets are going to transfer. None of them. They're all going to get poofed. So, I'm sorry, guys. Anybody who's... I think I've bought maybe like 2 or 3 of this pack, so not a ton. But yeah, any packs that you've got of these, you basically, at this point, the coins were just wasted. I hope you got some play out of them, because, yeah. But like I was saying, if I have, and I'll you guys know I open a lot of packs and stuff, but I can say right now, if I have more than 4 copies of any one particular, especially commons and uncommons, because, you know, a common may seem kind of useless now, but a year from now, when the meta changes a little bit, it could suddenly be useful. I'm going to... oh, there's the trade. There's the trade that Wooker was talking about. Check this out, guys. I got to show you all this real quick. Look what he's trading me. What are you doing? A Master Ball and a Hypnotoxic Laser. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Sure. There you go. Yeah, look at the stuff he's trading me. For a regular Raichu and a Master Ball. That's awesome. Thank you. But yeah, he knows that some of this stuff is not going to be transferable. So he's kind of distributing his cards, which is really cool of Wooker. I'll give him that. But like I said, I'm going to do that too. The only thing I would hope is that they would at least give us a date. Like if they say, okay, November 15th is when live is TCG Live is going to be online. That's when the switch happens. If they give us that date, then I know I need to start working on this. It gets converted to crystals? Yes. Any of your unopened packs will get converted to crystals. In fact, here, let me go back. Where was I? Oops, where's my browser here? Nope, not that one. Not the chat box. Oh my god, what did I do with it? I think I broke it. Browser, here we go. No, that's not it. Window capture, here we are. Oh my god, this is going to drive me insane. I can't believe I can't find the window again. Did I close it? No, I didn't. It's here. Why can't I find the stupid window? I'm an idiot. Chat box. No, leave the chat box there. Okay, why are you not showing me my window? Where is my window? There it goes. Okay, we'll go back over here for a moment. Yeah, the way they listed a conversion here. Here we go. Well, no, it's not a max of 125 unopened products. It says 125 plus. Well, I guess technically it is a max because it says it can go above that, but the maximum crystals you will get will be 6,200. But this is the way it works out. While unopened products and bundles are not transferable, so if you've got a deck that you've been just sitting on and you could use it, then open it. Unless you want to save it for this. Players will receive a number of crystals in Pokemon TCG Live that is proportionate to the number of their unopened items. Crystals can be redeemed for booster packs, promo cards, and special bundles in Pokemon TCG Live in-game shop. 1 to 9 unopened items in the Pokemon TCG Online. 250 crystals awarded to Pokemon TCG Online Live. 10 to 24 unopened packs, 550 crystals. 25 to 49, 1125. 50 to 124, 2350. And 125 unopened items gives you 6,200 crystals. So essentially, this is what... And Wooker made a good point. Let me bring my game back here. All right, Wooker made a good point here. Is what you might want to do is any inexpensive... Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Any inexpensive packs that you can get your hands on. Thank you, Twal. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for letting us know about this. But like, say, for instance, I have 35 Vivid Voltage. Now, again, I could distro those, or I could just hold them, and they'll be transferred. Same thing with these evolutions. But what Wooker was suggesting is, like, say, for instance, you know, we go to Potown to get codes and whatnot. Some particular packs are much, much cheaper than others. So, in fact, let me look at the cheapest packs you can get right here. Booster codes. Let's have a look. Okay, cheapest ones. Okay, the cheapest packs you can get right now are Crimson Invasion for 14 cents. I think it may even go a little bit lower if you get them in bulk. But you can get them for 14 cents each right now. So, if you were able to get, say, 125 Crimson Invasion Pokemon TCG codes, put them into this game, don't open them, just leave them there, so when the transfer comes over and it happens, those 125 packs will get you the that largest amount of crystals, the 6,200 crystals. So that's what Wooker was suggesting, is just get some really cheap packs and just, you know, and just save them. Oh, look at this. Sun and Moon is really cheap too. So yeah, it looks like Crimson Invasion is 14 cents. Sun and Moon is also 14 cents. So yeah. It depends on the pack. To answer Zimbaro's question, it depends on the packs, because Vivid Voltage, while I have a ton of Vivid Voltage stuff, they are not the cheapest pack. So I may be tempted just to distribute these and let people open the stuff. That's if you don't have anything already. Because, again, I could save them. And, I mean, let me see. Vivid Voltage. Wow, Vivid Voltage is 17 cents now. God, that's gotten cheap. Yeah, I guess I could save them and get the maximum payout. The decks are a different matter, though. The decks I definitely want to distribute. Because, again, it makes no sense for me to open these. I'm going to have to definitely start distributing these. Same thing with these other ones, the Raichu, the Flareons, because again, even if I open them, I'll be over the limit, so I'll just be wasting cards at that point. But I think what I'm probably gonna do is cheap packs like Evolutions. Well, even Evolutions isn't that cheap anymore, is it? Where is it? Did Evolutions get expensive, or are they out of stock? I think they're out of stock of Evolutions. Okay. Does the lock copies count as 4 copies? It didn't specify. I'm going to assume yes. Appreciative of any cards. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of movement here in this game in the next couple of months. Again, I wish they would have given us a date, because if they do this like next week, which I don't think they're gonna do, but if they did, can you imagine the flurry of trades and stuff that's going to be happening? Things would be nuts. But yeah, I may just hold on to those Vivid Voltage and let them transfer over. The decks, like I said, I definitely want to get rid of those. I want to distribute those. So here's the deal with the decks. I'm not going to start doing it right now. But if you have never owned one of these decks, I have no problem trading them to you for even older stuff like basically black and white on up. I'll trade them, but just make sure that you have not had these before, because say for instance, if you already opened up a couple of the Raichu decks, that usually gives you more than four, right at four or more than four copies of each card in the deck. So if I were to give you another Raichu deck, when the transfer happens, all those extra cards are just going to be going to waste. So if these decks go to anybody, I want them to go to people who actually have never owned them, so that we can make sure that the cards get used. Otherwise, like I said, they're going to get tossed, and I don't want that to happen. Let's see. Anyone have extra copies of ace cards? I actually, Wooker just traded me some ace cards. But again, going back to the various Pokemon that I have here, like here, I don't want to do least to most. We'll just do alphabetical. Okay. Well. Yeah, like the Absol, I'm fine on that, but I'm gonna start going through all these cards. Like, see here, this says locked 1, and then I have 2 extra. I'm going to assume this is going to count as 3, because they didn't say anything to the contrary. But yeah, a lot of cards that I have extras of. If you, again, I only want these cards to go to people who actually don't own the cards, or who only own like 1 or 2 copies. At least that way we can distribute the cards evenly. And so when the transfer happens, each of us can be moved over with the maximum allotted amount of cards, so that a minimal amount of cards goes to waste. I want to do that. Like, see, that's fine, Aegislash. Now, here's something else that you all may be asking. What about Aegislash, the 2 different versions of Aegislash? The way that I read it is, since these are technically 2 different cards, you can have 4 copies of this one, and you can have 4 copies of this one, because they're technically 2 individual cards, even though they have the same name. They're different versions of basically the same Pokemon, though. So, yes, you can have 4 of this one and 4 of this one, so that should be fine. But, like, say, for instance, in this case, I've got 5 copies of Aegislash VMAX. Only 4 of these are going to transfer for me. So, it makes complete sense for me to either trade this to somebody or give it to somebody. And again, the way I want to do it is I want to ask for cards that I have less than 4 of. Because if you trade me a card that I already have 10 copies of, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, because those cards are just going to go away. Same thing here. You can keep 4 copies of this one, and since this is technically a different version of the same card, you could get 4 copies of this one too. So yeah, that's the way I read it. You gotta go? All right, see you, Aaron. Yeah, this wasn't a regularly scheduled stream. It just that the news was so big, I just had to get on and share it with you guys. Let me see, what else do I have? Let me see. Okay, same thing here. One of these copies is going to get nuked. Let me see. I've got there are some bigger cards that I have multiple copies of that I'm going to have to get rid of. I know it. The one that came to mind immediately was my Boltons, because I've got like 8 Bolton V, I mean. Let's see, that should be fine. 3, 1. Oh, here we go. This one. Here's a question I do have, and they didn't really announce it. All the cards that get transferred over, are those going to auto lock to our account, or are they going to remain tradable? Or, like, say, for instance, in this case, I have 9 locked and I have 3 available for trade. Which of these is going to transfer? Will the locked ones transfer, and will they be locked when they get there? Or will I have the 3 regular ones transfer that will be tradable, and then one of my locked ones will be transferred over? No, Slim's not having kids. We're talking about some major news in the Pokemon TCG online game. Basically, and I know we don't play, Dre, but to put it in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, like, you know how like in Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links, it doesn't make any sense to have more than, say, 3 copies of a card, because you can only use 3 copies within a deck. But oftentimes you will get multiple copies of a card, like you'll get 10 copies of Dark Magician. Imagine that Duel Links gets moved over to a different version of the game, but you cannot keep those additional copies. You can only keep up to 3. That's kind of what's happening here. There is no trading in live? Are you serious? I didn't see that. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No trading in live. Do you have a source for that, Taco? I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I just want to be able to definitely say that there... I mean, that makes no sense. Why would you... Oh my god. Why would you do this, Pokemon? Well, let me back up here. Sunset Hunter redeem codes. Wow. If there is no trading in live, then half the reason I play the game is going to go away. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get that data as far as how do you know there won't be, cuz again, one of the biggest cornerstones in this game right now as it is that you can trade cards. But if you really think, and again, we've not confirmed that yet. I want to see something specifically from Pokemon about that. But if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. And I don't mean in a good way. Because if you're unable to trade for a card that you want, the only way for you to get a copy of that card would be to go out and buy physical booster packs and get the codes and redeem them in open packs. Or you would have to get the cards directly from Pokemon. And that makes more sense for them financially, because that means the money is going to be spent with them and not just on trading packs, which is Cerebi mentioned in the link. Let me go to Cerebi. Okay, so they have it here. I guess we can watch this. Do you all want to watch this? Hold on. Let me go back to my capture window here. Yeah, let me pause my music so we can listen to this. I guess we might as well watch this. Not game footage. See, that's why the avatar stuff's not going over. I think they want to make it more accessible to phones. Ugh, I'm not liking the look of this. Well, that didn't really give much. That was useless. Okay. Well, let's see what Cerebi has to say. It looks like they've kind of narrowed it down here. I'll just... Wow, this is tiny. Can I make this bigger? Hold on. Let's make this a little bit bigger for us here. Oh, great. The ad got bigger, too. Okay, this is a little easier. Pokemon Company International have put out the first details of Pokemon trading card game live. A new app coming for mobile and PC that allows you to play Pokemon TCG with other players around the world. It will continue. It will come with a mobile soft launch in Canada and a global open beta for PC and Mac later this year. TCG Live will be updated with content frequently, like TCG Online. You can get more cards by using codes from products such as booster packs and more in real life. Your content for Pokemon TCG will carry over. There's login, use the same trainer club account. Okay, this is a lot of the same stuff we already read. Okay, let me just kind of zoom through this. We free to unlock content, accessories, complete daily quests. Okay. Battle Pass. Ugh. All new quests each day. Progress boosters unlocks. Cosmetics, coins. Okay, this is all stuff that we've already seen. God, go away, ads. Oh, that's from Pokemon Unite. Okay, that's a different thing. Okay, well, it doesn't really give much more info than before. Yeah, this is the same info we've already gone over. I don't see anything about not trading here. credits, crystals. Yeah, I don't see anything about not trading. Oh, hold on. Here we go. It states here players will not be able to trade cards with other players in Pokemon in trading card game live. Okay, see this again. I know this is what they're stating. I just don't know where they got that information from. Where did they get that info from? Because that wasn't on the support page from official Pokemon. I don't know where they got that from. Is this just an assumption, or do they have some sort of proof that this is the way it's going to be? Yeah, I need a source on this. I'm going to need a source. And they don't, unfortunately, they don't give a source. They say they've added dozens of pre-release screenshots. Okay, let me see what the screenshots are. Let's see. Let's go through these. I guess this is Avatar stuff. Let's see. Daily. This looks so... I'm just not crazy about the way this looks. It looks so generic. Yeah, I don't see anything here that states that there's any support for trading. What's this? Battle Pass. Ugh. I hate Battle Passes so much, man. What we got here? Deck box stuff. Three's losses. This I don't like. They do this in MTG Arena. The shortening of the cards. They do this in MTG Arena, and I absolutely hate it. Same thing here. You can't... The way that they kind of tuck the cards underneath the border there, I hate that. Again, they do that in MTG Arena. It stops the economy of trading sealed boosters rather than people just opening them. Yeah, I think it'll make the deck building harder unless the packs are cheaper relative to now. Yeah, it's... The only reason I can think that they do not want to suddenly allow trading in a trading card game is because they want you to get the boosters. They want you to buy physical boosters, or they want you to get the digital boosters directly from them. They don't want people trading cards. Because if you're able to trade cards, that means less money for them. Yeah, that's the biggest reason I can see that they're not wanting to allow trading. That's horrible. It just doesn't make sense from a practical standpoint. It doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense if they want to make a ton of money, but from a practical sense, it doesn't, because again, this is a trading card game. Without trading, man, this is going to be awful. Yeah, this is going to... I already don't like this. Yeah, I am not liking this at all. This is, Well, there are... I was saying earlier, Rin, with, like an MTG Arena, they have Battle Pass too. It's just a way to get you to fork over a bit more money. I mean, heck, even like Genshin Impact. That's a game I've played recently. They have Battle Pass. They just have a different name for it, but it's a Battle Pass. It seems like so many games are going to that now. I think what probably has been happening with Pokemon Online is that when it first came out 10 years ago, they were happy just to get players to go online, and they were happy to get people to buy the booster packs. Because obviously at the end of the day, they made money because you were buying booster packs. But to keep the game up costs them money, and the game itself, they weren't getting any income from that end of the game. Now, since they redo the game in this way, not only will they get the money on the back end from booster pack sales, but now they'll get even more money on the front end by people buying the battle passes and paying for gems or coins or whatever it is that they use here now. People were like, "Oh, well, you can get enough gems to get the battle pass just from playing." Again, you don't. Here's the thing: is you're not seeing here. Look at this. Look at the way it does this here. If you buy the battle pass at 2,000 of these, whatever they are, yeah, you get some neat stuff. But again, I imagine that getting these is going to be a task, because I can tell you right now, any game that I have seen that has this type of system, it takes a while to get this. Yes, technically through gameplay, you can earn this, but, you know, it's just going to take, I think what it's going to happen is it's just going to take way too long to do some of this stuff. Can you post a link? Well, you should be able to, but I know Twitch doesn't like the posting of links. If you want, Zombie, you can actually post it in our Discord just in case it doesn't let you over there on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch will sometimes automatically delete it, which is kind of dumb. I don't mind usually people post links, but Twitch is like, nah, man, don't do that. But if you want, you can join us over in the Discord here. I'll send you a link to Discord. And if you want, you can join up over there. You can share the link, and then I can repost it. Yeah, this is I'm not liking this. Yeah. It's again, it's just a way to funnel more money to them. And I understand, again, they're a business, they're in the business to make money, but I think that still, whenever you have games and stuff like that, there's a certain balance that you need to have, because eventually people just don't want to pay that money anymore. So yeah, that's gonna be ugly. Wow. Go ahead and post that link in Discord, Zombie, and I'll share it here. And I'll also load it up here, so we can take a look at it. Let you see the new gameplay again? If I can find it. Hold on. Okay, we'll play this one more time while we're waiting for... Yeah. It even says here, not game footage. Yeah, this is basically just a commercial. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I mean, some aspects of it look nice, but again, the squished cards, I just don't like the way that looks. Again, I understand why they're doing it, but it just looks ugly. And they're doing that so they can squeeze the gameplay area down so that it will work on phones. That's another thing they're going after here. Is because generally before you could play it on PC and you could play it on your tablet, but they want to really push it to mobile phones now. That's why they redesigned it all, because you can only imagine how many more people are going to play once it's on, once they can start playing on their phones. Avatars look ugly. Well, yeah, they look kind of cheesy. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got you, Zombie. Here, I'll actually bring this up here. Oops. Oh, well, it doesn't really say much here, but I'll read you the article. It actually says here, and again, this is official Pokemon. Question: will I be able to trade my cards to other players within Pokemon TCG Live? Answer from Pokemon Support: players will not be able to trade cards with other players within Pokemon TCG Live. That is a big middle finger to all the players who love this game because of the ability to trade. That is... that is horrible. That is just... Yeah, it's going to be on Android. Wow, let me switch back to my live game here. I have to say, at least for me personally, I don't know about you guys, I don't know how much you all care about trading, but for me, again, the cornerstone of a trading card game is the ability to trade. And when you take that from people, I hate to say this, but I don't know if I want to play the new version. Obviously, I'll check it out. I'll probably stream it a couple of times, but it just doesn't look appealing at all. It just doesn't look good. Man, that looks... and that's because I love trading cards. It's fun. You know? But now it's like, well... no more trading in our trading card game. That is just stupid. You're giving me a chilling rein for these? I might as well. It's not like I can take many more of these with me. Exactly. I love the fact that, like, seriously, that's why another big reason why I moved over to Pokemon and stayed with it for this long. And I know it's only been like a year and a half, but still, the biggest reason that I actually really enjoyed this game was not even just for the gameplay, but for being able to trade. And now they're taking that away. It's like that's a major part of the game, and it's just being. Ugh. Why you want to do that to me? Or to us, I should say. Why you want to do that? It's just so dumb. Yeah, I just... At this point, yeah, at this point, I don't... And again, this is very premature, probably, but I don't see myself playing Pokemon live. I just don't. I may play it every now and then, but they're taking out some of the best aspects of the game and they're replacing it with crap like battle passes and gems. It's just another, I mean, really, it's turning into just another mobile card game. There's nothing special about it now, other than the fact that it's Pokemon. That's it. I'm curious now to see what's going on with some of the prices here. Now, of course, it's going to take a little while for these prices to really dip on some of these cards. But let me see. Let's take a look at Quick Ball. I think Quick Ball is probably still up there, 35 to 55. But one thing I'm seeing here is that a lot of people are selling Quick Ball and almost nobody is buying it. Yeah, it's getting bad. Yeah, in fact, going back to this to like say the 18th, average lowest selling price was 98.1, average highest buy price was 95.5, and now wow, what a dip. That's insane. Yeah, everybody's trying to unload their quick balls now. Moni, that's pretty much it. They saw the money that Duel Links makes, and they're like, yeah, let's just not trade. I just don't. I mean, you can't. Can you even call it a trading card game at that point? What kind of trading card game doesn't allow you to trade? I just don't know what's gonna happen, man. Can unlocked packs be kept? No, they can't. What will happen is if you have packs like these, um, you won't keep the packs. They will basically give you a certain amount of, I guess, gems. Is that what they're called? Are they gems? I don't even remember what they're called. Or crystals, some sort of crystals, some stupid currency that they made up. You're not going to be able to keep those packs. They're just going to give you a certain amount of crystals in exchange for the packs. So, like, say, for instance, when the switch happens, if I still have these 35 Vivid Voltage, when I switch over, I will no longer have 35 packs of Vivid Voltage. I'll have crystals. Yeah. If they're cheap packs, like again, Vivid Voltage right now is 17 cents. So it makes sense for me to keep these. The Chilling Rain, which are a little more expensive, if you can still trade them away, I'd do it. Unless you need stuff from there, then maybe open them. But yeah, same thing with Evolutions. I have no use for these. Well, I didn't have any use for them, but now I can hold on to them. Same thing with these Avatar Collection stuff. These are useless now. They were pretty useless to begin with, but now they're really useless. Yeah, nobody is going to want these, because you won't be able to carry any of this stuff over, not the Avatar stuff. Yeah, Avatar stuff is not coming with us. So yeah, it does make some sense to keep some of the packs. I would say, like Wooker was saying, if the packs are more expensive, and maybe you've not opened a lot of that pack, just go ahead and open them. Or try to trade them for cards that you need. You've been trading a lot of crap. Yeah, that's another thing. If you have coins right now, like these Pokemon coins, spend them. Buy packs from black and white up until current. But I would say buy packs that you've never bought before. Because, again, if you've opened, say, like 200 Vivid Voltage packs, it doesn't make any sense to keep opening that pack right now. Because a majority of the stuff that you're going to get is probably going to be duplication. It's going to probably be over that 4-card allotment. So you're not going to want to get those. Get older stuff. Don't get the Heart Gold Soul Silver stuff, because that's not transferring. But, like, yeah, if you've got a bunch of coins, buy some black and white stuff. There's still good stuff in black and white. Like, if you've never opened any of these packs, buy a couple from each set. Just so you can have at least a handful of those cards moving forward. That's really what I would do. Of course, I don't have a lot of coins right now, but... But yeah, if you've got coins, don't buy any of the new stuff. Especially, well, okay, I'll say this. If you have opened a lot of the new stuff, like if you've opened 100, like I said earlier, if you opened 100 packs of Battle Styles already, or already opened 100 packs of Darkness Ablaze, don't buy those, because you're going to get a ton of duplication. That's why we're saying buy some of the older stuff. Just remember, though, that they said in the memo that black and white on upwards, or on up to like middle of Sun and Moon, they won't be playable at the launch of TCG Live, but they will eventually be playable. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, go ahead and buy these. They should be fine, unless they change their mind and say, yeah, no black and white stuff either. Then I'd lose my mind. But yeah, don't buy any of these. The Heart Gold, Soul Silver stuff, don't buy any of these, because they are worthless right now. They're absolutely worthless. Pretty much, Dre. Pretty much, man. I'm actually feeling really, really sad, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really sad about this. Such a massive letdown. And honestly, it felt really nice to be able to play a game like this where you could trade. Again, that's one of the biggest things I like doing here, is I love trading. And they're getting rid of that. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why like I said, I dabble in MTG Arena, but the fact that you can't trade cards in MTG Arena, that's one of the biggest turnoffs. Oh, Hammer, man, there's just been some dire news about the game. TCG Pokemon Online card game is going to continue to live on, obviously. But the new iteration of it, instead of being TCG Online, it's going to be called TCG Live. And the changes they are making are absolutely horrendous. Just absolute trash. I guess I can go over the details again, because there's a lot of newer people who just came in. Let me find my window here again, and we'll go through it. All right, let's see. And instead of reading everything, I'll just read the finer points here. Here we go. Yeah, let me just read the finer points for you guys. Exactly, Brandlian. I was excited for it too. I really was. I just thought it was going to be. I thought it was basically going to be the same game, but with some really nice updated graphics and stuff like that. But no, they're changing so much of the game. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is the big one. For those people who just kind of came in, let me read this for you. And this is from official Pokemon support. This is not some person who just wrote an article. This is from Pokemon directly. Is everything from my Pokemon TCG online account transferable? What about my cards? That's the question. The answer: players will be able to transfer the following content from their Pokemon TCG online account to Pokemon TCG Live. Cards. Pokemon TCG cards from the Sword and Shield series, as well as select Sun and Moon series expansions, basically from Sun and Moon Lost Thunder through Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse, are transferable and playable in Pokemon TCG Live at launch. Cards from other Sun and Moon series expansions from Sun and Moon through Dragon Majesty, as well as the XY series and the Black and White series, are transferable at launch, but will not be playable until future Pokemon TCG Live game updates. Players will be able to transfer up to 4 copies. This is the big one. Up to 4 copies of a unique Pokemon TCG card. 1 copy of an Ace Spec or Prism Star card. 1 copy of each part of a Pokemon V Union card. And 59 copies of Basic Energies. Additional copies beyond these limits will not be transferred. So if you have more than 4 copies of any one particular Pokemon card, trade them. Trade them, get rid of them, just give them to your friend who doesn't have a copy. Just, yeah, because anything over 4 is not going to transfer. It's going to basically just poof up in smoke. Yeah, they're basically just taking all those cards and saying, nah, sorry. To continue on this, accessories, mini coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes are transferable with a maximum, again, here's the big deal, a maximum of 1 copy per item. Additional copies of coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes will not be transferred. Now, like I had mentioned earlier, I've always been the person that's like, well, if I've got 1 copy of a deck box, that's enough for me. Any additional ones I usually trade fairly easily. But yeah, now it's like, well, I really better trade them all now because they won't be useful for me. But continuing on here, Pokemon TCG Online players will not be able to transfer the following content to Pokemon TCG Live. Pokemon TCG cards from the Heart Gold, Soul, Silver series. None of those cards will transfer. So they are basically useless. Avatar items, which makes perfect sense. Nobody really cared about their avatars anyway. But they're redoing the whole avatar system, which is why none of the avatar items are going to transfer. Unopened products and bundles. So if you have any unopened packs, there's more to this though. If you have any unopened packs, unopened tins, that sort of stuff, wait. There's going to be more info about that here in just a second. Certain coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes. That part right there means that generally any of the older deck boxes and card sleeves and coins, those are all going away. Yeah, those are all going away. In-game currency. So basically the little tickets and the coins, you can just spend them because they're going to be useless. Save deck lists. This one isn't so bad because you can just usually rebuild your deck, but this is what it says here. While deck lists do not automatically transfer, players can export the text of their deck lists and save it locally and then copy that text into the deck editor in Pokemon TCG Live. However, please note that this process must be completed before players begin migrating from Pokemon TCG Online to Pokemon TCG Live. So before, and here's the thing, and this is a big thing. Once you log into Pokemon TCG Live, there is no going back to TCG Online. So any changes or information you want to grab from your TCG Online version of the game, you better get it and you better settle it before you go to live because there is no going back. while unopened products and bundles, here's kind of going to what I was saying here about packs and stuff. While unopened products and bundles are not transferable, players will receive a number of crystals in Pokemon TCG Live that is proportionate to the number of their unopened items. Crystals can be redeemed for booster packs, promo cards, and special bundles in the Pokemon TCG Live in-game shop. 1 through 9 unopened items in the Pokemon TCG Online equals 250 crystals awarded in Pokemon TCG Live. 10 to 24 unopened items, 550. 25 to 49 is 1125. 50 to 124 is 2350. And 125 plus is 6200. So you will get something for those unopened packs. But one of the things that Wooker had mentioned, and I definitely side with him on this, is if you can, just get a bunch of really inexpensive booster packs. Like if you buy on places like Potown, some of the cheapest packs right now you can get are 14 cents. Just stack up on those and get right at 125 and just leave it. And then when the transfer happens, you will be guaranteed the 6,200 crystals. So yeah, that's all you want to do. But yeah, that's horrible. During the mobile and PC Mac testing periods, players who do not want to have their unopened products and bundles converted to crystals should open those items in Pokemon TCG Online before logging into Pokemon TCG Live for the first time. Again, that basically says once you log into TCG Live, there is no going back to online because it will immediately begin converting all of your stuff. Yeah, that's probably the biggest stuff there. This is probably the biggest stuff, and also the fact that you won't be able to trade. Those are the two biggest things, I think. There are quite a few big things here, but the biggest being the number of cards that you can transfer over and the fact that you can't trade. All right, see you later, Hammer. Yeah, this makes me sad. It makes me really sad. Here's the splash page for the new one. The avatars, I mean, well, compared to the old avatars, these actually do look better. I'm just not crazy about the way that the game is designed. It's just... it just seems so... I don't know. Like, you know they designed this specifically so they could get more people on mobile playing. And again, from a business standpoint, I understand that, but you're pissing off a lot of your older players. In fact, I can't think of an older player that is not going to be upset by this. I just can't. I've not even been playing that long. I've only been playing an hour and a half. Oh, an hour and a half. A year and a half. I've only been playing a year and a half. A year and a half, and I'm upset. Yeah. Can you imagine, like I said earlier, can you imagine people who've been playing for, 5, 6, 7 years who have a lot of the older cards? Yeah, the prices are, it's just, there's insanity happening right now, man. Like we were saying earlier, the pricing for super or secret rare quick ball are cratering. Seriously, to go from, they were getting 98 per card, now they're at like 55. That's insane, man. That is a massive drop. Like, if a stock fell that hard, that quickly on the New York Stock Exchange, they would halt trading. That's how serious that is. Let me go back and look again. Let me see if it's updated here. Okay, yeah, last check, it's 32 people are selling. They're asking 55, but only 4 people are buying, and they're only offering 35. Let me see if this is updated again. Let's see. Some of the newer stuff. Oh, Suicune is seeing a dip. Just a little bit of a dip, but not much. Let me see what else there is here. Sylveon is seeing a little dip. Moltres saw a dip. Yeah, a lot of stuff is seen. Sylveon VMAX saw a dip. Rayquaza V has seen a serious dip. Yeah, all the cards are going down in value because people are just trying to get rid of them now. The one Pokemon player said he's quitting the game. They're forcing you to play standard. Yeah, they don't. I think that's another big reason is they don't want to support some of the older formats. Eventually, they're going to add that stuff in there, but you know, it just seems very. I mean, it is a huge jolt. You can't, have a game that's one particular way for 10 years and then suddenly just change so much about it. Pulled a secret rare nest ball. Awesome. I have one of those. You have Eternatus to play? There you go. You got your standard Eternatus. I've got my Glaceon V, and my Glaceon V Max deck, which actually is doing pretty good. So I have that ready to go. So I'll be okay there. But that's if I can decide to continue playing, because I'll have to take a look at the ladder too. I want to see how they're gonna do the ladder, because right now the ladder's all right. But I just have a feeling, because they're adding that battle pass thing to it, that they're going to make the ladder, while not completely unplayable, they're going to make it just annoyingly long. If you can get 4 quick balls from your Battle Styles packs in trade. Depends how many Battle Styles packs you have. Because right now, like I was saying, Quick Ball... Let me look at Quick Ball again. I was going to look at that, and then it came down again. Quick Ball dropped again. It went from 55 to 52. So it's continuing to go down. I would say if you've got like 35 or 40 EVS and you don't have a gold Quick Ball, throw it up there. Somebody will take it. I promise you. Somebody will take it. You're hyped for ranked, though? Ranked could be interesting. So it's no more free codes and free. No, I mean, here's the thing: the codes will still work. Like all the mystery codes and stuff that I have, those codes will still work. So that's gonna be fine. Rin, the codes will still work. You can still use codes. And when you buy like actual physical booster packs, all those codes, yes, you can still use. The thing is, though, like I was saying, because of the way they designed it, if you get more than 4 copies of a particular card, then whenever you get duplication, I imagine instead of giving you an additional card, like a 5th card, they're just going to... They say there's supposed to be a way that they just like give you like a crystal or something. So the codes right now, yes, they are still going to be good. Yeah, there's no way they could just completely do away with codes. There's no way. There's just too many of them out there. Yeah, there are way too many codes out there for them to just say, oh, sorry, none of the codes are good anymore. If they did that, there would be a massive S-storm. I mean, there's probably already an S-storm going right now because of all these changes. Oh, Quick Ball. You used to be so profitable, and now you're not. Oh, let me check another one that I know that has been profitable. Computer Search. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Computer Search has come down too. This one's a little, well, it's been a little more of an average drop though. I think the highest in the last 30 days was right at about 64 packs. And now it's sitting at, let me see, 58 packs. So it's come down a little bit. Actually, it's showing 50 packs as far as people selling. And again, there is a lot more sellers than there are buyers. So, yeah. That's one of the biggest things I'm seeing here is with pretty much with most of the older stuff, a lot of the sales here are going to be in buyers' favor, obviously, but there's a lot more sellers than there are buyers. So if there's like older stuff, like let me just as an example, let me go to an older set here. Let's go to Plasma Blast. Let's see. Well, there's not a lot of action on Plasma Blast. Nope, no action there, of course. I picked the one that there's no action. Here, black and white base. Same thing here. Okay, well, I guess it's only specific cards that most people want of the older packs anyway. Pokemon asks, "Can I? How are y'all making money? No trades. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. Again, I guess. I mean, just it feels like it looks. I mean, just generic. It doesn't have any character. It feels like any other mobile game now. At least the cards still look nice. That's just dumb. It really is dumb, though. Here's the one interesting thing, though. Like these coins. Like some of the coins that you would generally get from things like here, for example, this one, it's showing the Marnie set. Once you get that one coin, then that's it. I think that in a certain way, this is also going to affect. I mean, obviously it will. This is going to affect the code market because some of those codes are going to be, I don't want to say rendered useless, but they're not going to have nearly as much value. Because again, a lot of people would buy these codes with the specific intent to trade these items. Like the Marnie sleeves. People want the Marnie sleeves. Those are neat looking sleeves, so I don't blame people who are doing it. So it would make sense for somebody who is trying to cash in to go and buy like 10 codes for the Marnie sleeves. But now that makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense now because you can't trade them. So why would you go do that? So I guess that's one positive that could come from it. Like, let me go to Potown real quick. Let me see if it has the Marnie sleeves here. Well, I mean, I know it's not just the sleeves. It's, yeah, here we go, the premium collection. Yeah, like right now, just for the code, they want $15. But you do get Marnie full art promos, you get the Marnie holo promos, and then you get a coin, sleeve, and deck box. So you do get some good stuff. But again, stuff like the sleeves and the deck box, it doesn't make any sense for people to buy more than one now. So this will have I guess from a business perspective for places like Potown, it's going to have a negative effect on their bottom line. But as far as for players, it may be a positive. Because now that these are going to be selling much less, I imagine the prices are going to come down a bit. Like right now, like I said, it's about $15. But I imagine this is going to start coming down because the people who, again, used to go and buy like 10 of these at a time just with the intent of trading sleeves and coins and stuff, they're not going to be doing that anymore. So, yeah, I imagine these, like this premium collection, I see this thing going down to like $7 or $8 now. Not right now, not immediately. Obviously, it's going to take time, but it will come down in price. What's the major news with live? Oh man, you've missed it. We've gone through it like 4 times now. But in a nutshell, TCG Live is going to be a horrible next generation of TCG Online. There's not going to be any trading. The card cap is going to be locked at 4. You cannot have any more than 4 copies of any single card. Same thing with like things like coins, deck boxes, sleeves. You can only have a single copy of each one. You cannot have multiple copies. What else was there? Oh yeah, the transfer rate of all the stuff that's coming over. Basically, when you move from TCG Online to TCG Live, if you have more than 4 copies of any individual Pokemon card, you only get 4 copies moving over to the new service. Trades are crashing right now, I imagine. Trades are going nuts right now. The good thing about that, again, would probably be the fact that I could probably get some old cards that I don't even have a single copy of pretty cheap right now. So that's going to be good. There's going to be a redistribution of wealth here, if you understand what that means. Again, people like me who have, like, again, going back to Bolton V, I have 8 copies of that thing. I no longer need those extra 4 copies. So, yeah, if anybody needs a Bolton V, if you load them the 24 plus hours, oh yeah. What happens if you pack more than 4 then? You lose them. They go poof. Yeah, that's the biggest thing right now. Is again, as an example, let me go back to the game here. Here we are. Collection. So like here, I'll bring up my Bolton. See, I have 8 copies of Bolton. Okay. Once the transfer goes over, half of my Boltons are going to go away. I don't get to keep them. Only 4 of these are going to come with me to the new TCG live game. The other 4, poof, gone. They convert into currency, but the currency is very minimal. So, I mean, seriously though, like with this card, which is actually useful, I would rather trade it. I'd rather trade it to somebody who maybe doesn't have any of these. And be like, here you go, now you have a Bolton V. Give me something I don't have, you know? That's what I would do. But yeah, cards like this, they're gonna, you can't have any more than 4. Like this one, same thing here. Only 4 of these copies are gonna stay with me. So it's all the more reason, it's all the more reason for me to trade these now. You're going to assume high rarity stuff? Well, that's the thing though. Just because something's high rarity doesn't mean that it's high value. Like, I got, what was it, booster or something that I got? Oh, wrong place. Hold on. Dang it, where is it? I can't remember it. Here, just to give you an idea. Like, here we go, Boost Shake. Okay. It's a secret rare. Fine. Okay. But you can't really compare this card to like a gold quick ball. You really can't, because gold quick ball is obviously far more useful. Gem promos aren't useless yet. Well, if they stick with what they said about the cards, I don't know how the conversion's going to go. You can't sleep with the news. Can you have 4 of each rarity? Yes. Like, for instance, in this one, like we were looking at Boost Shake right now. Where are my other Boost Shakes? Do I not have any? I thought I had others. Oh, that's right. I'm going least to most. I'm not going alphabetical. Here we go. But yeah, like here, I've got 2 copies of this guy. I can keep these 2. 2 copies of this one. I can keep these 2. But because these are each individual cards. That's how they're looking at it. They're not looking at it as just by card name. They're looking at it as each unique individual card. So these are considered 3 individual cards, even though they have the same name, same effect, and all that. But they're 3 different versions of that card. So each one is considered individual. So I will keep my 2 ball guys. I will keep the 2 ball guys here. But these, the uncommon ones, I will lose 46 of them. And only 4 of them will come with me. So that's how that works. Yeah, same thing with like Beauty. I have tons of copies of these. Only 4 of these will come over with me. This one, I only have 1, so that's fine. It'll come with me. Same thing with this one. So that's how that works. Yeah, if you have 37 copies of Hop, only 4 of them are going to come with you. 4 of that one particular version. Okay? I want to be absolutely clear about that. It states that it has to be a particular version of the card. Okay? So like in this case, say for instance, I have a whole bunch of beads. So this one, it's one particular copy of this particular card. So I will not keep 13 of these. I will only keep 4. This version, again, full art. I only have 1 copy, so that will come with me. Because even though it has the same name as this previous card, it is still a unique card in and of itself. So this I will keep. 4 copies of this I will keep. I will keep this one as well, because again, it's a different version of the same card, so you will still keep that. And these, again, I have 32, way too many, so I'll only keep 4 of these. You see what I mean? So technically, if I wanted to, like, how many different versions of bead are there? 1, 2, there's 5 of them that I have here. So I would keep 4 of each copy of these particular cards. So technically, I would have, what, 20 cards, 20 bead cards? Yeah, that's how it would work out. So yes, 4 of this one, 4 of this one, 4 of this one, 4 of this one, and 4 of this one. So that's how it would work. Imagine someone who loves a certain card and hoarded it. Yeah. Well, we were actually talking about that earlier, Mega, with Quick Balls. The Secret Rare Quick Ball. How no joke, the price for Secret Rare Quick Ball has tanked. I mean, just absolutely insanity. It's just tanked completely. The one thing you're super wondering right now is what? How will promos be available? I don't know. No idea. Yeah. I will say this, guys. Like I said, in the next, I really wish they'd give us a timeline, because certain cards like these, I would just give them to people. Like, obviously, I have no use for... I can't even click that. What's going on? There we go. I have no use for 26 copies of this guy anymore. So if anybody wants a copy, just let me know. That's if you don't have a copy already, and I'll just give it to you. Same thing with some of this other stuff. There's no use to have multiple copies. Huh. Wait a second. Oh, okay, they're 2 different versions. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so this one... Oh, that's a foil version. Okay. So that's why I was like, why are these separated? That one's a foil version, that one's not. Okay. You trade... No, you can't trade. So they were available with gems? That could be interesting. There's a lot of unknowns here. I think a lot of these questions that we have, they probably won't even be answered until launch. And then I would have to assume, given how they're handling the game right now, I have to assume that it's probably going to favor the company and not the players. I'm depressed now. Well, on the bright side, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is getting ready to come out. Well, it actually may not be out for a little while still, but I am actually looking forward to that game. Wow. Well, I guess yeah, a lot of this stuff, I guess I can just throw out for trade if anybody wants some of it. If I have, again, and that's the interesting thing, is that I've always been like, if I have more than 4, then I'll trade them. But certain cards like this, like, nobody really wanted it. But I guess if you want it just for collection now, it's fine. Because ultimately, it would benefit you to have it. Because say, for instance, if you don't have this card at all, but if I trade you 4, then going into, you know, when you get switched over to live, obviously your 4 copies of this card will go with you. So in the future, if you happen to get additional copies, instead of it just going into Poofville, you'll get like a little bit of the crystals back or something like that. They haven't really said exactly how that's going to work, though. So yeah, because they won't allow you to get any more of copies of a card over 4. So if you do happen to get an additional copy, like a 5th copy, it's not going to award you the card. It's supposed to give you like crystals, but it doesn't tell you how many crystals it will give you. So it's basically pay us or screw you, I guess, in a way. Yeah. I had mentioned earlier, MTG Arena has a very, very similar way of doing their game, where they have battle passes and stuff, and now Pokemon Live is going to have a battle pass, which I don't like. I just, the battle pass, it's just, that's become like the bane of the gaming world at this point. It's like any game out there now that has a battle pass, I always kind of give a little side eye to. Because it's basically them saying, yeah, we're not going to give you nearly as many rewards as you would hope to get, but you can buy them from us. Which, again, as a business, I get it. I understand you got to make your money. But at the same time, you gotta find that equilibrium between yourself making money and your customers. And it just doesn't feel like that's what's happening here. It's kind of like how Pokemon Home. You know how Pokemon Home used to be free? It's not free anymore. Now you got to pay for it. Yeah. I'm so sad. Well, I only had a total of 4 fog crystals anyway. So I guess. Oh, here we go. Anybody want a Giovanni's Exile? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, that's another thing, guys. I will say yes to the friend requests, but our friends list is not carrying over with us. That's another thing. Yeah, friends list will not come with you. So if I've added you to friends, once we switch over live, we're gonna have to do it all over again. Which is, I'm fine with that because I don't mind having you guys on my friends list. It's just a pain in the butt that this doesn't transfer over. It's just dumb. It's lazy. But at the same time, I kind of see why they're doing it because, like, some of these people that I see here that are offline right now, some of them have been offline for like 3 months. Like, they haven't been back. So I think that's also a way for them to get people to forcibly clean up their friends lists. So there you go. Like, let me see. Who's somebody that I know hasn't been on in a long time? Here we go. This guy. Rack. Not to crap on him or anything, but I just haven't seen him in a long time. You know, maybe he's busy. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to force us to clean this up. How long before we have to pay to start a match? There was a game that did that. No joke. There was a game that started doing that. I forget which. I don't think it was Rust. It wasn't Rust. It was another game. Oh man, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it. But the way it went is, it used to be completely free to play, where you could just go and you could play as many matches as you wanted to. Then they changed it, and what they wanted to do was something like the first 5 matches in a day were free, but then after that you would have to pay for additional matches. And I think the way they blocked it was something like $4.99 for 10 additional matches, which was, and believe me, the fans of the game went absolutely ape poop. Moni's like, I know what you're talking about. Exactly. Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember the game, but I remember the guy was like, yeah, this seems like a very fair thing. And everybody was like, no, this does not seem like a fair thing at all. It was a horrible idea. Because some people really enjoyed playing the game. And if you were locked to playing just 5 matches a day because you just don't have a ton of money, you know, you're not going to stick with that game. You're going to go to another game that allows you to play additional matches. The Culling 2? Thank you. There we go. Yeah, that was the name of it. That was that game that they were trying to get people to pay just to play the game, extra matches and stuff. I mean, and again, sometimes that can work to a certain degree, but I look at it more like, kind of like World of Warcraft still has their subscription. That just works. It just does. And I think it works because they've left it alone and they've not changed the pricing for it for 16 years. It's been the same price that whole time. And people just come to expect it when you play World of Warcraft. People expect to have to pay that monthly service. And of course, you can get discounts if you pay so many months in advance, that sort of thing. But when you take a free-to-play game and you let people just play as much as they want, and then suddenly you're like, oh, well, now you can only play 5 matches for free and you got to pay for more. That isn't going to work. That is not going to work. Used to follow me and play Duel Links. Just started getting into Pokemon TCG in real life and used to play online back in the days. I always looked at the TCG. Oh no, then you came back at a terrible time, Freddy. Yeah, you came back to online at a horrible time. Yeah, there's some bad stuff happening right now. That's why we're having this stream, because there's some bad stuff happening. I don't even know what's going on because you can't hear. Dude, here, I'm gonna message her. Bear, get a tiny headset. Yeah, this is Oh, I like my little flare card. Head ringer. Yeah, now, again, like I said, I wish they would give us a timeline. because then I would know to start distributing some of this stuff to you guys. Yeah. Again, most of these cards I don't think people will really care about, but some of them, some people will. You know, I'm... Well, I mean, it's fun. I guess I'll keep that Marnie. I was going to say, I was tempted to trade my tradable Marnie, but now it's like I don't even know if I should or not. If you get it a bet, it means it's... And you just started learning how to play the game? Yeah, there's actually... In fact, a lot of people who come to my streams, my normal streams, a lot of them are first-time players. So we would always hook them up with stuff. No joke. Like, that again, that was one of the big things about the way that I ran my show, is that whenever we get new players in, I'd be like, hey, you just started out? They'd be like, yeah, I just started playing last week or something. I would give them decks. I would be like, here you go. Here's for trade. Trade you these decks. Get them started. And they loved it. It was great. And I liked doing it. And now I'm not going to be able to do that. I can still do, like, the mystery codes and stuff, but, you know, it's just not going to be the same. Yeah, it's going to suck. It's really going to suck. Why doesn't YouTube have the subtitle thing? It does. Here, let me... It does, but only on replay. Yeah. I'm guessing... Because I need 125 items, right? Again, I think I'll just go buy a bunch of Crimson Invasion packs. That'll be my 125. But even then, it's like, do I even want to spend that money? Because I may not even play the game after this. Well, Dre, I can still do, like, the mystery codes that I give out. I can still do those. But again, like the Who's That Pokemon thing that we used to do, can't really do that anymore. Because again, I would just take one of these decks and be like, okay, here, the prize for Who's That Pokemon is, you know, this Leafian deck. And I would trade it to the winner. And now I can't do that. Crisis is like $10. Well, I wouldn't even need to buy that many because I've already got all these Vivid Voltage ones. Booker gave you a good idea. You're going to stick the phone into your ear and... But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, these evolutions I'll keep. This and this is 50 already. So I'll probably give these away. Same thing with these Leafian decks and stuff. I'll give these away. But I guess I can go buy, what, another 75 Crimson Invasion? And that's like, what, $7 or $6? You could give them a code. Yeah, I could. That's one thing I guess I could still do. Instead of redeeming the codes and just housing them here, I could just hold on to the codes. I wish I could convert these back into codes. Evolution seems cheaper. Well, when I looked on Potown, I didn't even see evolutions there. Let me see Potown. Let me go back here. Because I know evolutions was like 12 cents for a while. Oh, here we go. There they are. Yeah, you can get a 50-pack bundle for 11 cents each. And how much would this be? Yeah, your price $5.50. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, you can get 50 of them for $5.50. And that would be those will be the ones that you carry over. The people with less plentiful cards but have rare cards trade with those with plentiful cards to get rare cards. We were talking about that earlier too, Pear. I know Pear can't hear me, but I was talking about that, about how there's going to be a redistribution of wealth now within the game, or at least within the community of the game, because again, it may not necessarily make sense to keep some of those more valued cards, because here's another idea that I'm kind of thinking about. Let me see. No cards were found. Oh, because I have booster in there. But here's something I was thinking of. If they... Because again, they're supposed to, like, whenever... Again, example. I can only carry over 4 of these, so one of these is going to get nuked. But supposedly they're supposed to give us crystals for them in exchange. So my question is this. Obviously, this Aegis VMAX is not a very highly sought after card. Whereas something like, what's a VMAX card that everybody wants? Like Rayquaza VMAX. If Rayquaza VMAX, if it gets pulled over into live, is going to be worth the same in crystals as this Aegis, and you have more than 4 of the Rayquaza VMAX card, it makes perfect sense to start hoarding cards like these that aren't really worth all that much in this version of the game, but will be worth a decent amount whenever it gets transferred over. You see what I mean? No? Okay. But think of a V card. Okay, what's a V card that isn't really worth much? Here we go. Espion. Well, I only have VMAX of Espion. Okay, same thing here. Espion VMAX is not really worth a ton. But I could go and start trying to hoard these and get up to 4, or get even more than 4. Get, say, like 10 of these. And then when it gets transferred over, since it is still a VMAX card with the ultra rare rarity, would that, I mean, technically that would still be worth the same as a Rayquaza VMAX when the change happens. Because I don't think they're going to be looking at, oh, well, this card is more valued right now than an Espion VMAX. That's not how they're going to look at it. They're going to look at it only as rarity. So when the conversion happens, an Espion VMAX will be worth the same as a Rayquaza VMAX when it comes to the crystals. Like, say, for instance, if they give you 5 crystals for a 5th Espion VMAX that you have, they will give you 5 crystals for the extra Rayquaza VMAX that you have. So in that sense, they will be worth the same at that time. So why not trade off that 5th Rayquaza VMAX for, you know, a bunch of Espion VMAXs? Like, trade that one Rayquaza VMAX for like 10 of these. And so when the conversion happens, you get a lot more. This whole thing is just insane. Do you think Pokemon players' fan base is going to drop low once the new patch? Well, this isn't a new patch. TCG Live is a whole new game. This isn't a patch. It's a whole new game. Basically, the game that you see right here, it's going away. Yeah, so this version of the game is just gone completely. So yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be rough. It's not gonna be a patch. Because I initially thought it was going to be a patch too. Like, they were just going to be like version 3.0. Because right now, what are we in? Version 2.83, I think? So I thought version 3.0 was just going to, you know, I thought that's what they were going to do. But now they're basically saying they're scrapping this entire game. The data they're carrying over, like how many cards you have and stuff. But it's being moved over into a completely new game. Instead of it being Pokemon Online, it's going to be called Pokemon Live. Or Pokemon TCG Live. So that's what it's going to be called now. And that's going to be the game going forward. Which I think is a massive mistake. At least for players. For players, it's going to suck. For their company, oh, it's going to be amazing. They're going to make a ton of money. Because again, for every player like me who will begin to refuse to spend money, there's going to be like 2 or 3 other people who are just like, oh, I don't care. And they spend their money. So yeah, it's going to be a cash cow for them. Absolute cash cow. And again, that's another reason why they're taking out trading. Take out trading, that means that they can only get cards from one place. From Pokemon. That's it. Somebody will have to either buy a booster pack, either a physical booster pack, or they'll have to buy it online from Pokemon. We live in the gacha timeline. Dude, we live in the gacha timeline for a lot of games. A lot of games. That's the whole thing. And I know some of y'all probably heard of Yongya over on YouTube. He's been talking about stuff like this for years. About how what a lot of these games will do is they'll artificially create a problem, and then they will sell you the solution. It's kind of like how when people started putting timers in their games. Like, you ever play a mobile game and it's like, hey, go build your house or whatever, and you go and you collect whatever the stuff you need to build your house. And so you go and do it, and it doesn't build instantly. It starts a timer. Like, the timer's like a day or something. You're like, okay, your house will be done in 1 day. But if you want it done right now, you can buy this speed up thing from us for $1. See, that's kind of what it feels like is going to start happening with this game. Is because of the way they're designing it with the whole battle pass thing. Because again, battle pass is just a way to get you to spend the money to speed up your progression. That's really all it is. And I guess if you like the game and you enjoy it and you get a lot of fun out of it, then, you buy the battle pass for however much and it makes sense to you. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Like, say if the battle pass is like $10. That's how you support the game. You're like, okay, that's not so bad. Pay $10. Because, again, if you go play a game like World of Warcraft, you're paying $15 a month to play the game. But that's just your way of supporting the game to make sure it stays around. But I'm just afraid they're going to start doing what, like I said, some of those other games are doing, where they'll create an artificial problem and sell you the solution. Yeah, Pokemon card game live now. Yeah, there's not going to be any trading there. In fact, I kind of want to do that. I want to go and get like a big, giant thing. Like, in fact, I may actually go make this. I want to go make a giant sign, like for online, for distribution online, that says Pokemon trading card game, whatever, and then put like over the trading part like a big circle with the slash through it. And there you go. That'll be us complaining about not being able to trade. Duel Links got Duel Pass now. You gotta pay $7 for packs 2 months old. Yeah, I just it's a crappy time for games, man. But again, I guess with a game like this, you had to know that they were gonna try to find ways to make money. They were doing everything they could to try and make money, especially with the success of games like Pokemon Go. They make so much money out of that game, it's ridiculous. And they were like, well, let's do it with this one too. Let's get even more money out of people who already buy our trading cards. Because think of it. How much money have you spent on like the booster packs for Pokemon? And yeah, you get a little something back because you get the code and you can redeem it and all that. But then if you play mostly online, now you have to possibly pay even more, to speed up your progression. Otherwise, And I hope they don't do that, because there are some game systems out there, or some mobile games, and even fully priced AAA games that will purposely make your progression such a grind that it's either, well, I gotta pay out 100 hours of my time to get this one thing, or I can pull out the credit card and pay $15 and have it right now. I hope they don't. Yeah, I really hope they don't do that, but I feel like they're going to, because this is the general progression. That's how they always do it. A lot of these games, this is the progression: is they will eventually make it to where playing the game trying to reach a goal is untenable because of the time sink involved, and so they will sell you the solution. And that's absolute BS. The most packs you did buy for trading were minimal, but most were to open for fun. Yeah, I like opening the packs for fun. Opening Pokemon packs actually is really fun. That's why I said a couple of weeks ago, I'm bummed that I actually don't even make money on the reselling of my cards on my card store for Pokemon. I'm like in the red a bit, because it's very, very rare that I get a card that pays for like an entire booster box. Kind of like, think about it like this. Like that last Yu-Gi-Oh video that I did, I got the what was it? The Starlight Rare Stardust Dragon, which I've already sold $525. In fact, it's already in the mail. It's already on its way. I got that card. I also got the 2 most expensive secret rares in the set from that same booster box. I paid $57 for that booster box. Just in the secret rares by themselves, it paid for the entire box. And then I got the Stardust Dragon on top of that. And then I still have all the commons and all the other super rares and stuff on top of that. It's hard to do that with Pokemon. It is so hard to do that with Pokemon. There have been many times where I've gotten enough cards in Yu-Gi-Oh to at least cover the cost of the booster box, and I'm fine with that. I'm like, I don't mind doing the openings. They're fun. If I can at least get enough cards back to at least make the cost of the booster box worth it, that's fine. But with Pokemon, it's almost impossible. It is almost impossible. I don't think the most expensive card I've gotten in Pokemon, I think, was probably the Secret Rare Electrode. I think that was the most expensive one. And that one I sold for $30. That's it. That's the most, and I've opened a lot of Pokemon product. So, it's, yeah, things are not looking good for Pokemon. I think another part of the reason why they're doing this is because like last year when the whole thing started happening with all the Pokemon product getting sold out and all that, they realized that there was a massive demand for Pokemon product. And I think that spurred kind of the way they designed this game. Like I think this game was being designed even at that time, but they may have pivoted with how they were designing it. Like they may have said, okay, let's just make a prettier, newer version of this game, of Pokemon card game online. And they were just going to do that. I think that was the initial idea, but then they realized there's a lot of money out there. And they're like, let's capture some of that money. And so that's why they pivoted and changed the way things were. Again, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I have a pretty good feeling about it. Are my locked cards able to get transferred to? Yes. Yeah, any card that has a little lock, as long as it's not more than 4, those will come with you. So like in this case, I've got 1 locked and 1 unlocked. Both of these are going to come with me. But again, if you have, say, 1 locked and 5 unlocked, a total of 4 will still only come with you. The other ones are apparently getting converted. So, yeah. And apparently all cards are going to be locked now because you can't trade. This Pokemon player talking about once the trade system is removed, he's taken a big L on 10,000. Yeah, a lot of people, and I never got into this myself, but there are a lot of people who really liked playing the trade market. Because again, like I was saying earlier, you could go and buy, several copies of a particular set or a particular item. Like I was mentioning the Marnie premium set earlier, where you get the deck box, the sleeves, the coin, and then you get the various promo cards. People would go and get, 10 copies of that, and they would trade them here in this version of the game because they knew they could get a ton of stuff for it. Now you can't really, you can't really, you can't do it at all. You won't be able to do that. You can buy one code and keep it for yourself, but if you have additional codes on top of that, you're not going to get additional copies of that stuff. People are buying Evolutions packs. They are. They all want the cheap stuff now. What's this? Dark Mana 10 for a Copperage. Actually, that's fine. Here, take that. Yeah, everybody's trying to get those 1 for 3 EVS. Let's see. Yeah, trades are going crazy right now. Yeah, and again, you're going to start seeing the values of even the newer sets like EVS. They're going to start cratering too, especially because it's a newer set, and a lot of people have already opened so many of those packs. Oh wow! Oh, that's right. Oh, Oh, that's right. I got a second one of these. I was like, wait, I thought I traded this. I forgot I got a second one. Well, I'm not really seeing any here. Of course, I'm only into the 15-minute mark here, but I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing lots of Evolving Skies. I guess probably when I hit the 8-hour mark, that's when I'm going to start seeing them. Because again, this stuff just happened. All this news broke within the last 2 hours. You're back. A sad day when there's no gameplay. Yeah, I wasn't going to do any gameplay today. Today is a day of mourning for all of us. The game is going to change dramatically and not for the best. But there are a ton of trades going through right now. People are, again, I think a lot of people are just trying to, oh wow, what is this? Really? One Zamazenta? I'm keeping my Zamazentas. A lot of people are going to be very, very upset by this. I guess I could just put in evolutions. We'll let that load for a little bit. Can I explain what's happening? I've explained it like 10 times already. But in a nutshell, what's happening is this version of TCG Online is going away completely. This version of the game, it will be no more. Eventually, not right now, not this very moment, but it's going away. And the new version that we're getting, TCG Live is what it's called. It's going to be, while it looks pretty, it's going to be a shell of what this game was. In the new live game, there will be no trading. You will not be able to trade cards like you do here. If you play this game, if you have more than 4 copies of any one particular Pokemon card, only 4 of them will transfer over with you to the new game. Like, say, if you have 10 copies of, here, like, say, for instance, you have 10 copies of Tornadus. Say you have 10 copies of this. Only 4 of them are going to be coming with you. So, not a whole new collection. Again, like I was saying, if you've got, say, 10 copies of this, only 4 copies of this will be coming with you. The other 6 apparently are going to be transferred into what they call crystals, a new type of currency that they have. But there's no information on how many crystals per card you're going to get. So, like, for a card like this, you would think, oh, that's alternate art. That's worth a good amount of money. It doesn't matter. Because I think according to the system, the way it's going is that regardless of what our perceived value of this card is going to be, we're still going to get the same amount of crystals no matter what. So, say, for instance, here, close. Like, certain cards aren't worth nearly as much as others. Like, here's a good example. Sylveon VMAX. Good card, but obviously Umbreon VMAX is worth a lot more. So, whenever the conversion happens, it's not going to differentiate between Sylveon VMAX perceived value right now and Umbreon VMAX perceived value right now. It's just going to say, okay, that's a ultra rare VMAX card. We're giving you 5 crystals. That's it. It doesn't matter that the Umbreon is worth a lot more than the Sylveon. Do you see what I mean? So it's going to basically trash all the values that we have right now. So yeah, it's doing away with a lot of this stuff. So yeah, any cards more than 4 that you have, those are going to be going away. All the Heart Gold, Soul Silver cards, the older stuff, those cards will not be coming with you. They're all just poofing. When the game launches, the only sets that will be available to play when it first launches are going to be all of the Sword and Shield stuff and some of the later Sun and Moon stuff. Stuff like Black and White and XY, they will eventually be playable, but not at launch. So, yeah. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. That's another thing, yeah. You're going to be forced to basically play standard. Here's another thing that I'm curious about, though. And I didn't see it in any of the information. I guess theme decks are going away then. I guess we won't have an option to just play theme decks. Like theme versus theme, how we have now. I don't think we're going to have an option for that. Which is kind of dumb. I mean, even with the battle decks. But I guess the whole idea of the new, basically battle decks are the new version of theme decks. I guess the whole idea of the battle deck was to give you a slightly stronger, quote-unquote, theme deck, and then you could add cards to it and make it better. Do you have extra spirit links? Depends on the spirit links. I am seeing some evolutions. There we go. Let me see. Evolutions versus Seeker. 2 of those. Old PC. Yeah, I don't even want to open packs anymore right now, because I just feel like I'm gonna get so much duplication it won't even be worth it. Nope, I'm keeping these. Oh, one thing I also want to mention, when it mentioned basic energies, basic energies like these, from what I understand, you can carry up to 59 basic energies of any one particular type. Not particular type as in, you know, fairy or fire or anything like that. But like, say for instance, this particular card right here, this fairy energy. It's a holo. It's from 2016, very particular card. You can have up to 59 of this particular energy, and it will carry over with you. At least that's how I understood it. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. But yeah. You have to buy so much for this game right now. Not really. In its current iteration right now, it's actually not that bad. But it's about to get bad. And the reason I think it's not that bad is because there are I know it's not just me. There are plenty of other people out there who like doing the stuff that I do. They liked giving out, you know, decks and stuff like that. And again, if you've never been here, I don't think I've seen you here before, Sports. But what I liked to do is I would collect stuff like this, like you know, like pre-built decks and stuff like that, or 10 decks. And like for new players, I would just give these to them. I'd be like, here you go, have a deck. And that's it. They you know, have something to start with. I guess technically for new players I can still do that, but I won't be able to, you know, these particular ones that I have here, I either got to give them away right now or they're just going to get converted. So I'll have to keep all of my future prizes as codes now. I won't be able to just, you know, redeem them and house them here. I'll actually have to keep a separate list for that now. Ugh. Oh, and the avatar stuff, all gone. None of the avatar stuff is coming over. So anybody want these avatars? Mega Rayquaza and Tyranitar Spirit Links. Oh, this can probably be all the way at the end. I only got one Tyranitar Spirit Link. As far as Rayquaza, I don't think I have any Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, I don't see any Rayquaza here. Yeah, some of this stuff is a little older. This is XY era. I have some XY era stuff, but not a ton, as you can see. Some stuff I have a ton of, but that's only because I opened so many of these darn packs of evolutions. So yeah, don't have any that I'm able to trade at this point. Sorry. If you want a Blastoise Spirit Link, sure, go for it. Oh, all I know is I really hope that Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel gets here sooner than later. Feels like the Pokemon World's pack and moving to another house, pretty much. We're moving into a smaller house in a different neighborhood that's more expensive. That's what it basically feels like. Like we've lived in this really decent house where, you know, it could always have been a little bit better, but it was still very good, and we made the best of it. But now we're being forced to move to a smaller house in a more expensive part of town that's going to be more expensive. Charizard Spirit Link? Yeah. Got plenty of these. Charizard Spirit Link. Yeah, this one's already up there for trade. Yeah, just offer me something that I don't have, pretty much, and I'll... yeah, and I'll trade... You say you want 3 of these? Yeah, sure, that's fine. If you want some of these, just throw a trade out there, and I'll probably say yes. These are already marked for trade. Yeah, pretty much anything that you see here that's over 4 is going to be marked for trade. So yeah, if you want Slowbro, if you want Steelix, or any of these, yeah, just go ahead and throw a trade out there, and I'll probably say yes. Can't trade with the and you can't trade with the neighbors anymore. Hey, can I borrow your Charizard? I want a barbecue. Nah, man, Pokemon says we can't. Sorry, you got to get your own Charizard. How do I get it? You gotta buy it. Gotta buy it from the store, man. Oh man, I can't trade it no more. Nope. And then your neighbor starts a fire at their house with their Charizard. Dude, neighbor, can I borrow your Blastoise? Nope, sorry. I guess your house is gonna burn down. But he's right there. I would lend him to you, but I can't. Why? Pokemon says I can't. I can't put your house fire out. I'm sorry. You should have got your own Blastoise. Stop setting things on fire. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I will say this. I'm still going to do my Saturday show. Because like I said, they haven't given us any dates as to when all this is going to happen. They just keep saying soon. So I don't even think they have a release date themselves. So, yeah, I think over the next few weeks, I hope they don't just spring it on us like one day. They're like, okay, today's the last day. If they do that, oh my God, I'm going to get so angry. I hope, like I said, I hope they give us like good notice, like at least like 2 or 3 weeks. So at least that way I can go and start trading cards and finish all the stuff out here, and that'll be it. But as far as like this Saturday show, I'm still doing it. I'm still going to be here Saturday. For those of you who may not necessarily come to my shows, I do a Pokemon Online show every Saturday, usually about 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning Central Time. I'm still doing it. We're still going to do Who's That Pokemon. We're still going to do some prizes. We're still going to do mystery codes. But yeah, I'm a little perturbed from all this. It really, really stinks. Yeah. But again, guys, if you all want, if you've not added me in-game yet, my in-game name is the same as the channel name. Anything that I have more than 4 of, maybe stuff that you don't necessarily have, but you want to try and get copies of it. Not just the stuff that I'm showing on screen right now, but just pretty much anything that I have here. And I do have a handful of really good usable cards that I have quite a few copies of. So if you want any of those, just make me a decent deal for hopefully something that I don't have much of. Some of the older stuff, like from Black and White, I will take. But yeah, go ahead and get those trades in, because unfortunately this is the dying light of a great trading card game online. Gotta pay the rent with gems. We gotta buy the battle pass. But yeah, here's another one. Like, say, I don't know that anybody would actually want this, but if you actually want an Ampharos V, just trade me another V that hopefully I don't have, and there you go. Or at least mark stuff for trade, so like if I want to do a counter trade, then I can just grab stuff that I don't have multiple copies of, and I'll just do the trade that way. Yeah, pretty much anything that I have more than 4 of is up for grabs. I only ever had 2 ADP anyway. Well, I guess I got to get back to work. I was working on the store when all this broke to me, when 12 Pair came and told me about all this. So I just stopped what I was doing and I started doing the stream. I will be checking trades and stuff here. So Dragapult V or 3 Dragapult V Max. These I do not have. Yeah, Dragapult V and V Max, that's actually one of the better decks now. I don't have any of that stuff. Or at least none that I'm willing to trade right now. Yeah, I want to keep my 4 copies of each of those. So, sorry, Sarah. But yeah, I got to get back to work on the store. If you want physical cards, I do sell cards, obviously, for those of you who have not been to my streams before. I do sell physical cards. I'm linking my card store down in the description. I sell Pokemon, sell Yu-Gi-Oh!, sell Magic the Gathering, World of Warcraft, Weiss Schwartz, Force of Will, and soon Flesh and Blood. So yeah, join us in our Discord if y'all want to keep discussing this. I'm perfectly fine with y'all talking about it all day if y'all want in Discord. Here's the Discord link. We do have a Pokemon section in there, so But yeah, like I was saying, if y'all see anything here that you want, if I have more than 4 copies, it's probably already marked for trade. Just make me a decent offer, and if I don't see anything in your original offer that I like, I'll do a counter. Just make sure you have other cards that over in your collection marked for trade, so I can at least have some stuff to look at. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Weird day, man. Really, really weird day for Pokemon. I will see you all hopefully in the next few days. I'll be posting video probably tomorrow. Just a regular opening video for tomorrow. Until then, be nice to each other, eat a pickle, and go outside, dig a hole, jump in it, pretend you're